Welcome to Free Thoughts from Freedom Chiropractic and Rehab, your space for health, healing, and insight. I'm Dr. Chip Bleem, and this is episode number 53. If you find these videos to be helpful, please hit that subscribe button and join us for more free thoughts every week. We help you feel better, move better, and live with more freedom. Thank you for being a part of our community. This week's quote of the week comes from Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. He wrote, "Just that you do the right thing. The rest doesn't matter. Cold or warm, tired or well-rested, despised or honored." He wasn't just talking about a grand, once-in-a-lifetime crusade. He was talking about the daily grinding effort of choosing what you know is right, especially when your body and mind are begging for the path of least resistance. In the 21st century, the easy thing is a constant siren song. It's staying up for one more episode when your brain is begging for sleep. It's reaching for the convenience of machine food when your cells are starving for the complexity of source nutrition. We often try to label these choices as one-offs, or just for tonight. But the reality is that doing the right thing for your health is rarely convenient. It requires active choices to be proactive rather than reactive, even when you're tired, even when it's cold or no one's watching. Integrity isn't just a moral concept, it's a biological state. We act in alignment with our nature, what the Stoics call virtue. We fundamentally reduce our internal friction. This week, don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait until you're well rested or honored to do the right thing for your body, your family, or your community. Just do the right thing because it's the right thing. Or like Nike told us in the 90s, just do it. Okay, let's talk about health. I'm gonna be real with you for a minute and be a little vulnerable. Last week, I had a little health scare. Not exactly proud of the moment, but we need to talk about it because it could happen to any of us. I woke up in the middle of the night, stepped out of my bed, and headed for the bathroom. I took about 5 or 10 steps before I promptly passed out. I didn't just stumble, I fell hard. I hit the deck, waking up only when I slammed into the floor. It was scary for me, but to be honest, it was probably even more scary for Carol. The next morning, Carol insisted that I call my PCP. Now, being the big dummy that I am, I tried to sweep it under the rug. I tried to act like it was nothing, like it was just a fluke. But then I decided to be the smart husband and listen to what my wife was telling me to do. I realized that I needed to do exactly what I tell my patients. I needed to be proactive. I didn't just call my PCP, I also texted my best friend, the guy who spent 15 years as a primary care physician before moving into sports medicine. And both gave me the same reality check. You just don't play around with these things. I wanted to use the one-off excuse, but the medical reality is different. When you faint, what we call syncope, it's usually your brain's way of saying it didn't get enough oxygen for a split second. But the why matters. There are 3 different types of fainting. There's vasovagal syncope, which is the common faint. That's the stuff we see when we usually get triggered by stress or pain or standing too long or nerves. It usually comes with warning signs like nausea or tunnel vision. You can get orthostatic syncope, which is what happens like my scare. You're standing up too quickly from a lying down position. Gravity tends to pull the blood into your legs, and if your body doesn't compensate fast enough and your blood pressure drops, you look at a drop of about 20 millimeters of mercury within 3 minutes of standing, you can lose your consciousness. Cardiac syncope, this is the one we have to be careful of. This is the one that we can't ignore. It's why you do the workup. It's what caused by an underlying heart issue or arrhythmia. For a nearly 50-year-old man like me, even with no history, a sudden faint without warning is a major red flag. Even if you think it's just the coffee that you drank, which can dehydrate you and mimic some of these issues, you still have to get it checked out. For anyone my age, the ECG is a non-negotiable first step, and that's what my primary care did first. If it's normal, the risk of a life-threatening event drops to nearly 0. But if it's not, you may have just saved your own life. Don't sweep these things under the rug. If you hit the floor, make the call. Being proactive isn't just about the advice we give to our patients, it's the advice that we need to follow too. Now it's time for some good news. We spend a lot of time talking about how to be healthy as individuals, but today we're talking about social health, the kind that only happens when you know the people who live on your street. And according to the latest data in 2026, one US city is officially teaching the rest of us how it's done. Salt Lake City, Utah has been crowned the most neighborly city in America for 2026. It's not just about being nice, it's about their actions. An incredible 43% of those residents volunteered in the last year, ranking them number one in the nation. Nearly half of the population, 44%, help a neighbor at least once every single month. Whether it's a neighborhood cleanup or just checking in on a senior during a cold snap, this city has turned neighboring into its local sport. But Salt Lake City isn't alone. Other cities like Portland and Kansas City are right on their heels. In Portland, 58% of residents donated to charity last year. In Kansas City, the community stands out for its warm, friendly socialization and quickness to help with local issues. This neighborly spirit influences everything from the relationships they build to the opportunities that they have. It turns their zip code into a support system. You don't have to live in Utah to live in a neighborly city. It starts with one ask, one hello, because at the end of the day, success isn't marked by how much we have, but how well we take care of each other. Be a good neighbor today. Ask how you can help.